I don't know if that's from the motor or from the sun, but this here is a 1970 F100. F100 came before F150, came after F1. This is a 1970. As I said before, it's got the 302 V8, which is the precursor to the HO50. And story goes that this truck came off a farm in Tennessee. It was on the same farm its entire life and went from the original owner to the son of the original owner, and from there to New York and to me. So officially, I'm the second family to own this truck. There was some help in there from a friend getting it from Tennessee to here. I think the project needs to be called Past Forward, because what I'm trying to do is slow down. Life is so fast, and the things that tend to barrel roll and just get us reacting from day to day and just kind of putting out fires here and there and making sure that everything's taken care of is just kind of overwhelming. And well, we've got 2 kids now out of 4 that are drivers, and we bought a 3rd car for the family so that the kids would have something to drive, but now 2 of the kids are driving. I'm driving a 2021 Tacoma that still has 1.5 years left on its lease, and I love classic cars and I'm able to work on them. And if I get broke down, I carry tools with me and I can 99% sure fix whatever's going on. And my daughter doesn't need that on her plate along with college and doing everything else she's doing, so why not let her drive the Tacoma and I take on this 1970 F100 and, you know, get it inspected. Number one, shouldn't even be up here on this hill. I mean, it has a 10-day temporary. It ran out a couple days ago. I do have a plate. The screws, there's nothing behind there to put the plate on the front, and I needed a place to film where it wasn't so loud, and down at the house it's loud. So 1970, bringing the past forward. I don't know if I'd want to bring all of that past forward, but what I do want to bring forward is the ability to take a screwdriver and a socket set and fix just about anything you can on your vehicle and be okay driving that. Ditch. So it's so hot. Black, it's very hot. Anyway, I can lean on that. A few facts on 1970. Some of them will make it grossly obvious why I do not want to bring all of the past forward with me, just the parts you can fix with a Phillips screwdriver and a simple socket set. Now in 1970, the median income for a family was $9,870. The average house cost $23,600. Gas was 36 cents a gallon. Interest rates, when you went and bought this new off the showroom floor or bought a home, was around 7%. By 1979, interest rates were around 11%. The original MSRP on this truck right here was $2,675. The year this truck was purchased, Apollo 13 experienced an oxygen tank explosion on the way to the moon, and all of the astronauts made it home safely. 100,000 people flooded Washington, D.C. to protest the war in Vietnam. Voting age was lowered from 21 to 18, and completion of the construction of the North Tower of the World Trade Center was completed in 1970, hailing it the tallest building in the world at the time. In the world of music, we lost Jimi Hendrix and Janis Joplin to drug overdoses. Elton John performed in the United States for the first time, and the Beatles song Let It Be topped the charts for 4 weeks in a row. In the world of sports in 1970, Kansas City Chiefs beat the Minnesota Vikings 23-7 in Super Bowl number 4. When you got home after working your job, or before going out for a big disco night at the Derby, perhaps, in Ithaca, You sat down and watched the Mary Tyler Moore Show, All My Children, or maybe you watched The Partridge Family. Does it have all the bells and whistles? No. This could be called Project No Bells and Whistles for me, because that stuff on cars is so annoying. And I don't like it anyway. So my daughter can have the Tacoma for college. Take it. I just want it. I want to slow down. I want a car that can take me places, but it doesn't talk to me, right? Unless it's just the sound of a lifter or something that I can diagnose and take care of. You know, she'll talk to me, but the way that cars used to talk to people, not through an app on your phone, not through the cloud, not a phone call letting you know that your oil change is due because your car told somebody in California through the cloud and a satellite and talking, what? That's, wait, no. All right, the reason I'm filming right now is because we're driving down this dirt road and I want you to hear the rattles and the shakes, and I'm not gonna hold the door. There's the steering wheel's right in the way, but just listen to the rattles. Oh, that's my water jar. That's okay. Yeah, we're okay. Everything's okay. So, yeah, okay. All right, big hill. All right, let's test the brakes here. Yeah, we're okay. So obviously there's a few rattles and things to a few rattles to work out, and I have parts back at the house. Let's go park it in the garage. Let's go park it in the shed. No, tent. We set up a pop-up tent, and I have 2 sawhorses with a door on it. That's where we're gonna do stuff to this truck, because I don't have a garage and it's got to get done to it, and we're just gonna do it anyway instead of sitting around moping. And I wonder what's above this headliner. Oh, makes funny noises. Anyway, let's go home and start work on this. And we're home. Okay, so bought a headlamp to be able to work outside, and then I thought to myself, that's kind of silly. Coming? Grace is coming. Say hello to Grace. You can't see her because I'm blinding you with my headlamp right now, but here we go. This is where I set up to work on the truck. Out here under this tent. And then I would be able to see everything I'm working on under this tent. But then I had a better idea. Yeah. How about that? Under a tent, I had LED lights at the shop. So I got 2 on the side on the pop-up tent, 1 on the diagonal, another one on the other diagonal, and those 2 over there. And over here is the table to work on. My beautiful assistant Grace over there doesn't want to be on camera, fine. But check it out. I mean, now it's 10 o'clock at night. I'm in my yard under a tent. This is going to work beautifully. What we've got is a 302 V8, original to the truck, 1970. Hopefully the heater core works, or the heater core doesn't leak. But it's a power steering truck. We've got the pump here, which has a super cool little heat sink coming off of it, and power steering gears and everything are down in there. It's just manual brakes, and boy do you have to push on them. And we have a ton of different little connectors, and there's another one here and one up in there that's not hooked up. These are the remnants of what used to be, yeah, look how dry rotted and cracked they are. Look at that. So that's what used to be the windshield washers. Now I have the tank ordered, but none of these lines, so I'm gonna have to figure that out, because I definitely want to be able to have windshield solvent on the windshield. The wipers do work, but obviously got some new wiring there. But the distributor's been upgraded, so it's not points like it used to be, and definitely need to put a new fuel filter in that. I don't think it's cracked, but there's definitely lots to do. The radiator is definitely showing some signs of either leaking out of the cap. I think more leaking out of the cap because it's on top and running down inside. So hopefully I don't need a new radiator, but there's no overflow tank. It's just kind of sending it back to earth. But everything that's under the hood, honestly, the inner fenders, these beams are solid, super solid. And for the most part, the truck is solid where it matters. Underneath, even the body mounts and everything are good. So, and so that's the setup for now, and it's gonna work. I got about 6 weeks, and Gracie goes back to college. She's taking the Tacoma, so this will be my daily, and I'm bringing you along for the ride of doing all the things it needs. I've got a ton of parts, so it'll be fun for you to follow along and see this become my daily driver. All right, catch you next time.